Alright, so hey guys, what's up? I'm here with my top 20 blind buys. Now, I wanted to do a more formal video. I'm not going to spoil what video I am going to actually do, because I'm still going to do the video, but I wanted to do a more formal video on a different subject, but my cousin is currently borrowing my tripod, and she needs it for like the rest of the week for something she's doing, so I'm kind of stuck with this setup, and I don't really want to do a video as big as this one, especially it's a bit video like that for my channel. Um, on just handheld like this. So I figured I'd go through my collection, show off some of my favorite movies that I bought blindly. There are a few rules for this list, nothing that anybody has gifted to me, and nothing that, like, anybody has given to me for my birthday or Christmas or anything like that. If somebody gave me like a couple $100s to spend at a convention or whatever, and I used that to buy something, I still count that as them gifting me it, so I'm not going to count that either. So, let's just get right into it. First one here is Bone Tomahawk, starring Kurt Russell and Patrick Wilson, and also features Matthew Fox and a Richard Jenkins and a cameo appearance from Sid Haig, Captain Spaulding himself. It's a very fun little Western horror film, obvious tribute to not just the Italian Western, aka spaghetti Western genre, but also to the Italian cannibal genre. At least that's what I felt. Next is The Revenant. Nothing too special here. This is just an old rental copy that I got for like $10. I really wanted to see it, so I figured a rental copy would be fine. I don't really need any extra bells and whistles and special features or anything like that for me to enjoy a movie. Next is Drive. Probably my favorite Nicolas Winding Refn movie, but then again, I've only seen one Nicolas Winding Refn film. But Drive is the film that inspired one of my all-time favorite video games, Hotline Miami, a very, very awesome video game. And I bought this for $6 at like a Best Buy a few days before Christmas last year, and absolutely loved it. Still love that movie. Next is Ichi the Killer, the first one. Now, this exact copy was not the blind buy itself, because this is a copy that I had gotten as an upgrade for Christmas, but, and this is a big but, the original copy I gifted to a friend of mine, but I still originally saw Ichi the Killer through a blind buy, so I'm going to still count this. Ichi the Killer is a crazy-ass, kind of ultra-violent horror splatter, kind of Yakuza film, and often considered to be Takashi Miike's magnum opus. I personally really like the movie, but I would not say that it is his best. Next is Massacre Mafia Style, released by Grindhouse Releasing, and I really like this movie. I just really, really enjoyed this one quite a bit. It's a really fun little kind of lost movie. It's not really lost, but it kind of became like a cult film, and it never really had a DVD release up until that. Next is The Sinful Dwarf. This film isn't really on the list because it's like a good movie or anything. Actually, The Sinful Dwarf is a pretty terrible movie, but the main reason it is on, I'm featuring it in this video, is because out of all the crazy messed up movies I've seen, this is one of the big ones, even to this day. After watching this, I felt gross and disgusting, and I felt like I needed a shower. Next is Thundercrack. This is another example of I don't really care for the movie itself. I bought it on a whim because the guy at the Synapse booth at Horror Hound recommended it to me after he saw me looking at the Life and Death of a Porno Gang Main reason it's on here is because it comes with a shitload of special features. If my camera will focus. Damn it. Okay, well, that doesn't really matter. It comes with a ton of special features, including the director's other short films and a feature-length documentary. Next is a bootleg. It is Marquee. This is a very interesting kind of erotic comedy film featuring people in like anamorphic animal costumes. I got this one from Trash Palace, and I don't know what to say about it. It's a really weird kind of like movie about the life of the Marquis de Sade, but it's like everybody's an anthropomorphic animal and his dick has a mind of its own and it talks to him. It's very weird, but I like it. Another puppet exploitation film. Here we have Dustin Wade Mills' film Snuff It. It's a puppet snuff film. If I would have one complaint about this being a blind buy, is the fact that this movie is only like an hour long, I think, and it is it isn't even the fully uncut version of the movie either, and there are no special features, there's no audio commentary, there's no interviews or anything, and this is a $15 release. Next is The Editor from Scream Factory, and I really like this movie, but I bought it on a whim after hearing Scream Factory was putting out the new Astron 6 movie, and I really like Astron 6's stuff, although I do think this is probably one of their better movies. I really like The Editor. Really good kind of horror comedy parody of giallo films. Not their best work. I think their best work is Manborg, personally. Next, we have Terror Firmer. This is one that I just got on a frickin' whim, and I figured it would be an interesting movie. It was one of the only Lloyd Kaufman films I'd ever actually hadn't actually sat down and watched. And, yeah, it's a nice little release, and this I think is probably one of Lloyd Kaufman's best movies. I don't think this one comes with the R-rated version, though, because I know that the R-rated version is actually, like, really, really cool in a way. Next is Tourist Trap. I literally bought this off of eBay for $1, and, I figured, hey, I always hear about this one, let's watch it. And this is a very, like, basically basic, like, empty release from Full Moon Pictures. But Tourist Trap itself is not an empty, like, lonely kind of broken release, or a broken movie, that is. It's a very cool kind of slasher film that was kind of remade as the House of Wax remake, basically. Wait a minute, this works. Next we have James Bell's Tantrum, which I do own on the Gore cover edition, but still, it's a very weird, surreal, very crazy, violent, dare even say kind of disturbing movie about a guy who basically just kills himself, and he goes through this, like, twisted fantasy world with these big papier-mâché-headed people. It's a really interesting, fucked up movie, but I like it. Next one, this one's actually kind of surprising, because looking back, this was kind of a, This one's kind of surprising for me because I always talked about Taxi Driver even when I was really young, like I had seen it before, but I never actually saw it until I did a blind buy and bought this 2-disc special edition of it from FYE for like $15, and that was the first time I ever actually watched. Oh, fucking shit. I will say this, I do like the way that they packaged this, but at the same time, if you're trying to put it back together with one hand, it's kind of annoying. But I really love Taxi Driver. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, and it is blind buy. Last Shift. This is one that I personally really enjoyed. There's another one I was going to include, and honestly I think I should have, but I'm just now noticing that I didn't put it in this thing. But a very cool little movie. It's nothing great, but I personally I think it's really entertaining. Next is the original The Eye film from the Pang brothers. This is another one I'd always heard about, and I just bought it on eBay on a whim. It's an old Blockbuster copy, which I love these old cases. But it's a very creepy movie. I really like that one. Another Japanese, well, that one wasn't Japanese. I'm pretty sure The Eye is a Korean film, or no, I think it's Thai. I don't know, but it's definitely Asian. But here we have the One Missed Call trilogy. I bought this for $5, just on a whim. And this is the like trilogy, like all of them, including. When I bought it, I was like, oh, this is gonna be like, oh, it's just gonna have one disc for each thing. It's gonna have nothing else in it. But it is literally the 2-disc releases of all 3 of the movies with the special features and everything in this this small case, and it's 6 discs. And it's all 3 of the movies. I haven't seen all 3 of them, but I mainly putting this one up here for the first One Missed Call, directed by Takashi Miike, who directed Ichi the Killer, as well as Audition. Really love the One Missed Call movies. Well, the first one, at least. I haven't gotten around to watching the other 2 yet, but I will eventually. Next, we have Lord of Illusions. Still not my favorite Clive Barker movie, but a damn good one. And one that I never really got the chance to see before, but I still enjoyed this, and this is another one I bought on a whim during a Scream Factory sale. We're on to the last 2 now. Next we have the I think it's Aaron Moorhead and Justin Benson directed film, Spring. One of them, I think it was Aaron Moore, I believe. Aaron Moorhead. I'm pretty sure he's the one who actually, one of the guys, liked my review of it and tweeted me back thanking me for my kind words when I reviewed this film about a year ago. And I bought this one on a whim after hearing a few good things about it, and it looked really interesting. I mean, come on, who's gonna look at this slipcover and say that this doesn't look like a pretty interesting movie? But it's a really cool, interesting, kind of weird body horror monster movie. And it's got a nice dose of romance in it, too. I say romance as I'm, like, putting the sleeve on this thing above a fucking Rob Zombie spook sex show bandana. Next and last, we have Cronenberg's Videodrome on Blu-ray from Criterion. Still one of the best Criterion packaging jobs they've ever done. Like, it's got the cool slipcover that's got, you know, the regular old kind of Criterion spine and everything. And then you got the actual case, which looks like a Betamax tape. And it says Videodrome on the back and everything. And it says Long Live the New Flesh. And I really like Videodrome. Not my favorite Cronenberg movie, but I think it's a really cool movie. And definitely an interesting movie once you do a bit of research into what the film is actually kind of trying to hint at with what it is doing. But anyway, guys, that is really it for now. I'm working on a new top 10 video for you that I think you guys are going to really enjoy. But that's really it for now. This is Biscuit Boo Horror Reviews, signing off. Peace.